Okay, welcome back to another episode of Lumberjack's Dynasty. Um, we're expecting a pretty bad snowstorm here, starting fairly soon. So let's get the show on the road, and let's get this done before things turn south. So we're going to work on the garage here. Get this all buttoned up so we can keep our new truck safe. Okay. Aha. All right, that's the garage done. Now, let's come over here in the area. Yeah, let's get these. Let's get the fencing done. There we go. We'll do the playground. So I've been reading this webcomic called Alien Dice, and I am absolutely loving it. It is a very good story. It's a little... Basically, human girl meets alien boy because alien boy is playing a game called Alien Dice, and it's one of his, I guess you could say, pieces bonded with her cat, and she's just, no, I'm not letting you do this. This is my cat. You ain't doing it. And things basically progress from there as they're like with each other and in each other's company. They end up falling for each other. But it is a very, very good webcomic. I absolutely love it. Okay, so that's the playground done. Let's head on over to grab the truck. And let's go and speak to talk to Aunt Grace, herbalist, Oliver, and his barn. That's where we want to go. Nope. Thought I had enough room to turn around there. Apparently not. All right.
Hello there.
Hello, young man. Need anything?
Are you Oliver? My Uncle Charles sent me. He told me you may need some assistance.
Charles sent you? Yes, I am Oliver. I could indeed use some help repairing my barn.
Oliver. Sounds familiar. Have we met? Well, never mind. That's a great barn you have there.
Thanks. Could you help me? Unfortunately, I just bought this place, so don't have a lot of money left and can't pay you. But I can offer food in return.
Ooh, thanks, but no thanks.
Wait! I have an old tractor that I no longer use. Charles told me you have some skills, so maybe this will be a fair trade. But if we're talking about a tractor as a reward, I will need more than just a barn fixed.
What do you mean?
Do you see the forest over there? I need this space, and I don't care about the trees, so you can have them. But I want this area flat. Deal?
And there's the tractor right behind us, in fact.
A tractor, you say? I can certainly use one. It's a deal.
Okay. So, in fact, there's the tractor itself. Alrighty. So, we're fixing up this barn. Nope, that one. Oh, jeez, this is worse than Aunts and Uncles was. Dang. At least we don't have to go up on the roof. Okay. This side. There we go. I do believe that there's some spots inside. Yeah. This is a different style barn than Aunts and Uncles. Okay. What else needs fixing here? I do not see anything else that needs fixing. It still shows that there's something not fixed about this barn. Okay. Maybe it's not going to accept it until I've done the forest part. Ah, there we go. Okay, so we got to cut down this area, which I will do once I'm done this phone call. I shall be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, so we are going to be clearing out this area. Right. So if you in this when you have a little loud on that. When you are doing a contract, or even just when you're working, if you go into your engineer's site, you can see where the area ends. And especially for cutting trees, if you cut something outside that area, you will be fined. But this also allows you to tell where you have to cut, bushes down, such as we do not have to cut this bush down. You can see this tree is marked red. We do not cut that down. But this is a bush. We don't have to cut that down because it is not within this section. I hate those twisted ones. All right. So let's go and clear all this out. And good. The way I'm doing this, going into engineer site, if you look at the top left, it tells you it's the right mouse button. That is configurable. I'm pretty sure. Let me actually take a look at that. There it is, right mouse button. So yes, it is configurable. You can have it to whichever control or button you wish. I do not think this is. I don't think this can run with a controller. Although that probably would be much better than the keyboard and mouse, because trying to run the cranes is a little. Oh. Apparently I accidentally switched the control. Yes, I did. There we go. Okay. What was I saying? I completely lost my train of thought there. Yes. Running the cranes on later vehicles is not easy to do with keyboard and mouse. So I wish I knew if controllers were accepted. Even though I don't have a controller, I do have control systems that do have a joystick, which would be much easier. Okay, whoops. Okay, that bush is out of the zone. Okay, so this area is cleaned. So onto the second half. Where's the last one? There we go. Okay. So, now we've got only the trees left. Now you want to, in this particular case, we don't really have a way to transport the logs yet. But that will be in the very next mission, or quest mission, whatever you want to call them. That's when we get the next... Oh, jeez. Why is it doing this? Oh, it did a stupid. Hang on. Gotta check my controls here. I guess that's operate. Doesn't extend? Okay. Ah, that's why. Okay. There we go. I just realized I was doing that the wrong way. Okay. So, yes, the way you are facing is the way that the tree will fall. So in this case, we want them all to fall in as straight a line as possible. Great. So that when we have the proper equipment, we can just come in and grab all the logs. Good. Sometimes you get a tree that likes to just go wherever the hell they want, instead of where you aim them. Which just makes things that much more challenging. Now, let's see, is that one? No, that is outside the area. So, once you have your logs down, as we've seen before, just come along, cut it off. Usually trees are about 2 logs in length. Sometimes you'll get... Usually you'll get like either 2 to 3 logs per tree. On rare occasions, you will get a 4. But most often you'll be getting, on average, about 2 to 3. So as you can see, this one is longer, so we're actually going to get 3 logs. Now the number of branch cut points does not add up. So as you can see, there was a fourth one which we did not cut. But we're only getting 2 log cuts. There we go. And that one decided to go the other way. Now, when you are fully rested, why is it not letting me pick this up? Okay. Ah. See, we're too hungry to lift logs. So, you have to have both sleep and food. Interesting. Still not letting me pick it up. But I can push it around. Oh, this is ridiculous. Ah, there we go. Okay, this one's being a little odd. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, usually you're able to pick up the logs. At least one log.
Is it gonna be any different now?
You don't know that.
People say a lot of things.
Oh, come on.
Is that so?
Come on.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, you will sometimes hear little snippets of conversation that
I ain't gonna tell anyone.
don't really mean anything as far as I know.
Always knew there'd be problems.
There we go. Okay. Let's get the rest of these trees down. Alright, let me quickly take a look at my controls again. Okay. Yeah, it's not letting me pick them up now. Okay. So, so far, what we've been cutting down are these... I don't recall which ones these were. I think these were pine? No, sorry, those must have been spruce. At least I think it's spruce. Anyhow, as you can see, it tells you what kind of tree it is before you cut it. When you go to buy a plot of land, it will tell you how many trees of each kind there are on that plot. Such as, in this case, you know, there's only one more dead trunk, there's only one tree. These just decide to go every which way no matter what I do. There we go. Okay. So, that's done. Picking these trees up is going to be fun once we have to bring the trailer in here. Okay. That's all done. Let's come over here and talk to him.
Done. Your farm is in much better shape now, and the trees are gone.
Thank you. The tractor is yours now. Pleasure doing business with you.
While we're at it, do you know anyone who might be able to
There you
spare
go.
a trailer? A trailer for the logs. Would be a shame not to use the logs from your trees.
As a matter of fact, I do. Go and see Isaac by the ski jump. He had one. Perhaps he doesn't need it anymore.
I will. Thanks.
Alright. So, now that we've gotten... Okay, so, head over to Isaac over here. Okay. Now, instead of just continuously pulling the arrow button, you can press 3 to put on cruise control. You can see the controls up in the top there. Okay. One thing that I do not care for in this game is there is no mini-map, so if you're trying to find somewhere, you have to keep opening up the main map, which I find is a little annoying. One thing you can do while driving is you can go into engineer's site and it will, or at least eventually, it will start sorry about that. It will start showing various mushrooms and herbs in the forests nearby. Apparently it's not doing it right now. Let me jump out a bit. just not going to show it right now. But that is best done in third-person view. Let's see if I can spot a mushroom. Sorry, I think I just spotted one here. They may not pop in until after you've met Lily, the herbalist. Yeah, it's not here. Alright, I was mistaken. But yeah, you want to be picking those as often as you can. Especially the herbs. Since those can be turned into potions, and those can bring in a lot of money. So that's what we will be doing.
I am not surprised.
And we'll just... Alright.
So what if he did? That's his choice.
Let's see, where is he? There's Isaac.
Nobody cares about what he says.
Hi there.
Hello, can I help you?
I was just passing by and wondered if you need this log trailer here.
Do you want to buy it? I might sell if you pay well.
As a matter of fact, no. But I can work for it. What do you think? Have you got anything that needs to be done?
What a coincidence. I really need that forest over there cut down. All trunks cut into logs, and these logs stored there behind the barn. Then I need the barn itself fixed. If you manage that, the trailer is all yours.
I'll go for it.
Let's
Deal.
do it. Okay. So they want this area cut down. All right. So let's get to it. I didn't want to be doing that. Alright. That's the barn that he wants fixed. Okay. Okay, so it looks like these are all pine. Could have sworn that one of them was like a different one than this one, but whatever. This is actually a very chill game, in all actuality. Okay. Go. Okay, this one, I think I cut it the wrong angle, but whatever. These ones we're gonna have to hand move, because we don't actually have the tractor yet. Okay. Store the logs in the designated area. Of course, I'm looking at the wrong contract. There we go. That's better. This would be so much easier if we had the tractor itself, or the log trailer. There we go. Now you can see that we can pick up the log. Alright. So yeah, you cannot run while carrying a log. And unlike other games where you carry logs, you can only carry one at a time. So, a little bit tedious. Especially with the number that they want. Oh, there it is. Whoa. Okay, I think we just lost that log. I have no idea where that went. I don't know how it decides which shoulder to put the log on, but I've noticed that it will differ sometimes, whether it's on the right shoulder or the left shoulder. Seriously? There we go. I wonder if I could... No. No. That's in the ground now. The fact that this character can lift the logs like this is pretty impressive, considering this is freshly cut lumber, so it's not all that light. These things are probably pretty darn heavy. Okay, so I need 13 more. So that'll be 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Only 9? Hang on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9. 9. Yeah, okay. And because we lost that one, nine, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna have to grab one of the logs from there, I think. But for now, sorry about that. Now, you don't actually need to stack it all nice and neatly like I am, but So, come on. He did say to stack neatly, so I tend to go the extra mile to stack them tidily up in the corner. Although, it doesn't even have to be in the corner. It could just be... Yeah, you could just do it haphazardly, like, right in the middle there, but it's like... You know, I could easily just... Boom. Done. But it just looks messy when you do that. Unfortunately, now that I actually dropped this down here, I cannot pick it back up again. There we go. Oh. Oh, too tired to carry the logs. Wait, where'd the log go? Ah, here it is. Okay. So, too tired to carry the logs. Basically, head to sleep. So, one thing that we can do is you go onto your map and you can just jump to any vehicle that you own. So, we'll drive the old pickup back to the farmhouse. And I tend to leave it at the farmhouse so it's easy to just jump back to. All right. Still got to fix up the house, and I believe we finished the... Yeah, we finished everything else except the house. That's cool. Now, the good thing is, because we have the tractor up at the site, we don't have to go running the entire way up here. Okay, let's... Where is that log? There we go. Again, it's unfortunate that we lost that log because that one log would have made the difference between us taking a whole tree home versus having to take one log from that tree. This is the only time that I hate this type of contract. Because you have to hand move them, and it's really, really slow to do. You see, you can't pick them back up once they're down. I wouldn't be surprised if that log was, somewhere in the woods or something. But wherever it is not here. Oh, there it is. I just saw it. I just spotted it. Really? Got it. I had never thought of doing that before. Using the engineer's sight to find the log. I know a lot of you are probably saying, well, yeah, it gives you an indicator, so why not? It never occurred to me. So we just need 3, which is just this one tree now, instead of having to cut up the other one. So that means we're taking home 2 trees from this job. Which is good. Because the more trees that we can grab... Uh-oh. Okay, I guess we decided to spin the log as well. Oh my... Yeah, I've definitely got some... Hang on a sec. I'm just gonna mute for a moment. Okay, sorry about that. Blech. We're rolling the log. Yeah, I must have had something stuck in my throat. I'm sorry about that. I did not mean to keep coughing in your in your ear, or ears, as the case may be. This one, there we go. Okay, so let's fix the barn. Well, we got roof issues as well on this one. Let's get on up to the roof. That's the roof done. Excellent.
All right, job done.
Excellent. As promised, the trailer is yours now.
Excellent. So, come over here, hook up to the trailer. There we go. Okay, let's go and grab our... Holy crap, they got a big greenhouse. Never noticed that before. Okay, let's cut these. You know, having found that log, I'm wondering if in my single player world that log is there, because I seem to recall that happening in my single player world as well. Okay, so I will take these logs back. I will gather the logs from over here. I think it was Carson. No, it was Oliver. Sorry, this one's Oliver. So I will go pick all those up, and I'm not going to drop them in the water because I want to get the sawmill and everything fixed first. So I will see you all in the next one. Later, everybody.